Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Everybody is welcome with God's help. Thank you all for coming to listen, giving of your time. It's precious, everybody's time is precious, and we really appreciate it, but I hope with God's help you will find that it was extremely worth the time and effort given was really crucial of enriching yourself with this knowledge, and hope to help change your future approach to a most important cause. Of course, the people, the hosts, I'm extremely appreciative here in ASU, Students for Justice in Palestine, and the President, I believe, right, Mr. Odai Shaheen, or Doctor. Sorry. I don't want to, by any way, start off belittling somebody. That would be terrible. And of course, became my close friend, Mohammed Riyad Esquire, from the Karama, President of Karama, Coalition of Arab and Muslims in America. And well, he got thanks for the words from Mr. Chuck Carlson, from the organization We Hold These Truths. I have on each one of all these previous statements, I have to make a little correction in each one. Well, first of all, this Saturday, even I would stay in Arizona over the Sabbath. I could speak on Friday and I would stay over the Sabbath, but this Saturday is not just the Saturday, it's the high holidays. It's Saturday and Sunday, and I must be with our congregation and so forth. So that's a small little issue. I was portrayed as that my parents were Holocaust survivors, which is true, but my father actually, a little confusion was there because my father escaped when my father was from Hungary, and the Nazis invaded in 1944, 1945. My father escaped when they approached, went to Italy, and then he tried to bring his parents out, but he was unsuccessful, and they were killed in Auschwitz, as was even my first cousins. My father was the youngest of 10 children. His older brother, who was a scholar, was my teacher, also escaped, and he lost his wife and I think 8 children. They were first cousins of mine then, aunts, uncles, and so forth. The confusion came from the fact that my mentor and a very holy rabbi who lives in New York actually came from Budapest, came from Hungary, and was hiding in a bunker. His name is Rabbi Beck. He's alive. He's by many demonstrations. We have a picture of him on our book, and in his book, he was a prolific writer on many subjects of Judaism, the subject of Zionism. So he was hiding in a bunker as a teen. His mother was murdered in the Holocaust, and then he emigrated to Palestine and witnessed the Zionist occupation, basically, and was a student of one of the leaders, or the most vociferous leader against Zionism from the religious Jewish community. His name is Rabbi Moshe Dov Beck, should have long, healthy years. Okay, so now that I made those corrections, with God's help, the subject that I was invited to about is, of course, about Zionism and versus Judaism. The time appropriate for this is because of the world. The world is sort of it's become accepted around the world to commemorate this tragedy. This that I don't think anybody could claim that it's not a tragedy. The death and suffering and destruction of people, of lives, the turmoil that people have been thrown into, millions of people. What is called in Arabic the Nakba, and this the day that was chosen is when for the Muslim people are ending their month of most probably introspection, the Ramadan, and therefore most probably is most appropriate time for such a thing, and therefore it's been widely accepted. And I'm greatly appreciative that I've been given this opportunity this privilege of being somebody to be able to talk about this Nakba and presenting the issue and what brought about it, and how, if you know, of course, if you understand what a problem is, then you could come, with God's help, to a solution. That I've been chosen to present this issue is, for us, really a great privilege, an honor, and something which is extremely important, because we feel that the world, unfortunately, has totally misunderstood what the problem is, and therefore they're blundering around in the wilderness looking for a solution and getting nowhere. In fact, maybe appropriately, the last solution they looked for is called a roadmap. After 61 years, they're looking for a map. And the reason that they need the map is because they're blundering around in the wilderness for 61 years, and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And yet they're walking around, the Zionists, with this haughtiness, with the arrogance, as if they are this rock of Gibraltar, they are this rock of God that's existing, and there's no question now, after so many years, that they belong there as a state, just as Niagara Falls belongs where it is, and there's the United States of America, and so forth. Well, with God's help, we're going to discuss this issue, and we hope to correct this misnomer, and doing that, we'll be able to sanctify God's name, we are certain, and come to, hopefully, to a solution. In the time, of course, we're talking about a problem that's over 100 years, and I'm not going to be so arrogant as to say that, you know, you're going to listen to me, you're going to understand everything, I have all the answers. That's not the point. And I'm not somebody who's coming with my wisdom, with my brilliance, or with even a unique perspective of a certain limited amount of people who are coming with this idea, a blitz idea that will give solutions, and that, listen to me, we have something different than everybody else. I'm coming basically as a messenger of the Judaism that this state is claiming to represent. I'm coming to just tell you and show you and something, give you to point to where you can study and look at what this Judaism is that they're talking about, from where they're coming, and that you can very simply and clearly understand that they're really conning you, that this is a false representation of this religion that we practice, that we are a continuous chain, something that hasn't been a gap for thousands of years, the practice of Judaism, and something which is clear and is practiced till today by the vast majority of God-fearing religious Jews, and is totally distinct and different than this whole concept of Zionism in the state of Israel. So therefore the whole basis that this issue of Zionism is building upon is a misnomer, is a mistake. So, but it's like I say, this is a problem that's very, very complicated. It's over 100 years, and they're very successful. So obviously, it's a thing that people do get confused about, and it's hard in such a short time to answer all the questions. But with God's help, we pray to the Almighty to open these windows, to shed light on the subject, and that you will be able to be successful in differentiating, understanding, and with God's help to come to a solution. We should be successful. Zionism and Judaism, in most people's minds, they're one and the same, or they're fused together, they're inseparable. And if you are anti-Zionist, if you are you oppose the state of Israel, you're basically opposing the Jewish people. You're opposing their existence. You are putting in danger the existence of the Jewish people. You are putting in danger the existence of a people that are still hurting and smarting from the terrible genocide that had befallen them. So these are people that are very sensitive, and you, by